Now, a naked woman in a city's central square is bound to attract attention, which is exactly what one protest group is hoping for. A series of extravagant demonstrations against the abuse of women's rights have been drawing eyes across Europe. And as Alexei Yarashevsky found out, these Ukrainian activists are ready to brave new horizons.
On a chilly morning in Kiev, half-naked women in racing outfits drink champagne and chant slogans. This is how the Femen movement celebrated the resignation of Silvio Berlusconi. Several days prior to that, the very same ladies were in Rome, voicing their support to the anti-Berlusconi protest.
We had staged a lot of protests against Berlusconi and his sexual adventures here in Kiev, and we are really happy his political career has finished.
But we came to the Italian embassy not only to celebrate, but to say that he needs to go on trial for his sexual crimes.
For more than a week, the Ukrainian topless protesters had been making themselves heard across Europe on a dedicated road trip to draw attention to the sexual exploitation of women. In Rome, one of their activists made a revealing protest against injustice towards women in the Catholic Church, in the Vatican, right in front of the Pope. Before that, they hit Paris, storming former IMF banker Dominique Strauss-Kahn's residence.
Women from Italy came to us in Switzerland and said, "We know that you're coming to Rome and will be staging protests against Berlusconi and the Pope. Thank you," they said, "for sharing our problems."
Their wild bra-free rallies in Ukraine have been making international headlines for several years now, from protesting against the alarming rate of prostitution, especially with the upcoming Euro 2012 football tournament, to exposing flaws in Ukraine's politics. Now they're looking even further afield.
We understood that classic feminism no longer works. It is, if you excuse me, impotent. But what we do brings the desired effect. That's why not only Ukraine needs us, but Europe as well. We're planning to take over the world.
Well, we see how well you are received in Europe. Remember your colorful actions in Ukraine. Where are you planning to expand now?
We receive lots of letters telling us to continue fighting against religious injustice towards women, especially in the Muslim states. That's where we want to develop. We are even ready to go to Iran or any other Islamic state to stage our topless protests, knowing all risks it could entail for us.
They started out as a few enthusiastic campaigners. Now their topless protest message is going global.
Shame on you! Shame on you!
In Ukraine alone, they have tens of thousands of supporters. The Femen network has been set up in Europe and now stretches as far as the United States. Still, they say, they've got a lot of demons to fight at home. Alexei Yarashevsky, RT, reporting from Kiev in Ukraine.